Hello, today we're going to talk about the Revealer tool in Active Inspire. What's nice about the Revealer tool is it allows you to fully cover any information you've put on a flip chart so that you can reveal it as you want the students to see it. What's nice is that a lot of times also you can prevent students from working ahead if there's a certain step sequence you want them to follow. If you just have one page on your flip chart and you want to put the Revealer tool on, all you have to do is go to your Tools section and then come down to Revealer, and it'll put it on the page for you. What options you have with Revealer are top to bottom, bottom to top, left to right, right to left. Those are your choices with the Revealer tool. Previously, people thought that if you continued to flip through, it's going to stay on each page. As you can see, my pages are changing, but the Revealer tool is still there. They thought that all you had to do is come here and close after each page. There's an easier way though, so that you don't have to do this every single time you want to enact a Revealer tool. You can set this up before you ever start the lesson. So let's scroll through my figurative language flip chart here and let's look at similes. We're going to pretend that this is the page I wanted the Revealer tool to be on and not any of the others in my flip chart. What we can do is make sure this part is highlighted, and you can see by my black box around it that this is the page I'm working on. Then we can come to our property browser, which is right here. It looks like the page with the check marks. When you click on that, you have several different options. What we want is we want the Tools section. So if this is not expanded, go ahead and expand it. And as you can see, right now it's set to as before. What we want to tell the page to do is we want the page to have the Revealer tool. You can see that it automatically puts the Revealer tool on the page for us in full mode. Now what we want to do though is we want to go back to our other pages and tell them not to have the Revealer tool. So if we come to the page before where we have our learning objectives, right now you can see that they also have the Revealer tool. When we go back into our property browser, we can tell that Tools section to go ahead and have the tools off. So now you see that we have our learning objectives clear again. When we go back to our page browser, we want to come down to the page below where we have the Revealer tool, and we want to make sure that our settings tell us to turn the tool off. If you look, right now it says as before, meaning that it will have the Revealer tool on when you're trying to flip through this page because the page before it has the Revealer tool. So we'll go ahead and turn that tool off. And now when we manipulate our flip chart, if we start at the very beginning, we'll pull our browser out. We flip through our page. There's our learning objective page. We flip to the next page. Now I'm able to reveal about the similes and what's going on. And when I flip to my next page, no Revealer tool. Now you can set this up as many times as you want to. Just remember to always look at the page before and after the page you want the Revealer on to tell those tools to be off. As long as you want the tools to be on, if you want it on for several flip chart pages in a row, then you can do that as well. Just make sure that the last page you want the Revealer tool on, that you have the tool turned off after that and before the very beginning. Hopefully this will help you when you're ready to build your flip charts.